Welcome to Duo Chat with Brittany and Cynthia, where we talk about drama shows from shows ranging from the 90s to today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Cynthia. And today Jaycee is back with us.
Hey, guys.
So today we're talking about episode 6, The Dance.
No, we were talking about season 2, episode 6.
Did I say season 1?
No, you just said 6.
Oh,
I'm actually going into more detail.
okay.
I'm trying to take over already.
So it just aired November.
Hey!
I'm just saying the date.
I have the date. You are not in charge.
Hey, I wasn't sure. Can we start over or keep going?
Y'all are
No.
silly.
Keep going.
Okay, go ahead.
It is titled The Dance, Cynthia. Air date November 11th. Look at her. Look at her. She's looking to see if I'm telling the truth.
No, I'm just following
No,
along.
she has it written down.
Yeah, she's following along. Y'all are something else. I love this.
November 11th, 1998. And the synopsis is Dawson is rocked by two setbacks in his life. First, he learns that Mitch and Gail have decided to separate. Then later at the homecoming dance, he learns about the kiss between Joey and Jack, setting off a chain of fireworks and events that shatter his lifelong friendship and newfound romance with Joey. Also, Pacey tries to be honest with Andie, but ends up breaking her heart when he flirts with Christy. We start out in Dawson's bedroom with Dawson, Joey, Pacey, and Andie watching a movie, and Andie convinces the group to attend the dance.
Now, I don't think anyone's really excited about this dance except for Andie.
Well, she does say something that makes them all want to go.
That dancing is the foreplay.
Oh, yeah, they got to bring their sex into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then everybody's like, ooh.
Yeah, now she's got their attention.
Did you like Andie's dancing?
Yeah, that was just cute how she was doing it.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, nobody else was. They were just watching her. Cynthia, what was the movie called?
Dirty Dancing.
Of course, they had to go with the theme of the homecoming dance coming up.
Did anybody see what Pacey said to Dawson and Joey?
No, what did he say?
Pacey asks Joey, how many high school football games have you been to? And she responds with, none. And then he goes, Dawson, how many pep rallies have you loyally attended? And he says, 0. And then Andie's like, you guys don't want to go to the dance? You just want to watch it? And they're like, yeah.
Just like everything else they do. It's like a movie.
Well, now you know why Pacey also took Andie to the movies, because he clearly just likes watching movies.
Yeah, then that was funny how Andie said that. What kind of high school memories are you going to have if all you do is bitch and moan about everything? And Joey said bitchy memories, and Dawson said moaning memories. And Pacey said guilty as charged.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. All right. And then after the theme song, Bessie is driving Joey to school and Joey tells her Jack kissed her.
And then she was saying how how Joey shouldn't tell Dawson about it.
Yeah, she's like, you should just put it behind you, like move on from it. I don't know if that's the best advice. I think that's something that's always going to be in the back of her mind if she doesn't talk to him.
What did you think when Bess started to laugh?
Oh, yeah, when she first heard it. Yeah, that was funny.
And then after she laughs, she goes, I'm sorry, Joey, but Jack? Chore boy down at the ice house? He kissed you?
She was pretty shocked. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to lie. For some reason, I thought Jack was gay. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because of the future.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because you two have seen the show from beginning to end, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much she's seen, but
I've seen most of it, but okay, it's been a while.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting the vibe.
And I've seen.
that's why you're getting the...
No, I don't know. I just thought he was, and I was shocked when he was into Joey. I just was.
It seems like everybody's into Joey.
I know, she is cute. So
Yes.
Yeah, so I did see some pieces here and there that Brittany showed me, and I do know about Jack. So.
that's got to be why I thought it. It's got to be.
Oh my gosh. So the whole time you're like, this is so wrong.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's innocent. He's not into girls. No, it wasn't innocent.
Yeah, well, I don't think they knew that the character was going to be gay. So
Right.
I think this was a real kiss. Jaycee.
It was. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. It was interesting to see them two.
Well,
together.
it was better than Dawson and Joey.
I do agree with that.
Yes, I mean, again, no chemistry. I know, Cynthia liked it. Well, okay, there you go. She's kissed two people.
Mm-hmm.
Which one did you like better?
Well, she's more compatible with Jack.
Oh, absolutely. They have more in common.
I don't think they did a chemistry test, and yet they are better. Next, we see Jen and Abby talking about work Christy has had.
About what?
Because she had a boob job.
Oh, yeah. And I still don't like Abby. Abby's talking about stealing Christy's boyfriend, and it's like, why does she gotta go after another girl's man? Just find a single one.
Mm-mm.
Well, remember, I don't think she likes anyone at the. I think Abby just likes people she can take from other people.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Or just people she can't have.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I thought it was funny how she said that her guidance counselor said that she should set goals for herself.
Yeah. Okay. Abby's going to.
So her goal is to steal it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the guidance counselor meant like life goals, not boyfriend
Little
goals.
petty goals like that.
Like you're in high school, just stop. And Jen's like, you're going to go to the dance and steal someone else's boyfriend? Yeah, that's Abby.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That's totally something her character would do.
Well, I mean, think about it. Jen started, I don't know, I don't even want to say seeing, but remember she went out with Vincent?
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Abby went all crazy. So clearly she's into people she can try to take.
Yes.
Anything else, Cynthia?
No, that sums that up.
In the hall, Dawson walks by Christy and Brett arguing. He walks up to Joey.
Doesn't he tell her to put on her dancing shoes?
Yeah.
So is that him asking her to the dance?
Well, I think they were just going to go together. But Dawson says to Joey, promise me we will never air a relationship crisis about anything like that. I can't think of anything more embarrassing and immature. And Joey says, deal.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
I know. There you go. There's your what's going to happen.
Right.
Well, and then when Abby and Jen walk by, Abby says, wipe the drool, Dawson.
Yeah.
And then once again, what did they bring up in that scene with Dawson and Joey?
Joey said that, well, she knows that Abby is a bad influence on Jen.
Well, before that.
I didn't write anything before that.
Well, because Dawson's like, how did Andie convince us to go? And then Joey's like, oh, because, it leads up to.
Oh, because she was saying it's foreplay.
Yes, and it's like, once again, we're talking about sex.
Teenage boys, I mean, that's the way to get them.
But it was really weird for those two to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then, and then that's when she talks about the influence on Jen that Abby has, which Abby is, not good for Jen.
I don't understand how she has such a big influence over her. Jen is, I feel like, such a strong person on her own that why is she letting Abby come in and dictate what she does, kind of say, do this, do that, and Jen just kind of follows along.
Yeah, she's pretty naive. I don't know, I guess because that's her only friend.
Yeah, I think she just kind of lost it after her grandfather died.
Because think, she was never friends with Joey or Pacey, and she only dated Dawson, so, I mean...
Right.
They weren't really friends, because right away, Dawson wanted to get with her instead of being friends with her.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe she's never really had a real friend, so she might not know what it looks like.
Yeah, and I feel like that was a disaster from the start, because you should have got to know them. That way, if you did break up, maybe you could still be friends.
Yes.
But no, they just jumped right to, let's be together. Yeah.
They were just so hot for each other. That's all they cared about.
And now she has Abby as a friend.
Ugh.
And then did you catch what Joey said about Jen?
No.
she said that she feels sorry for Jen.
Ooh.
Well, and then she goes, well, I mean, her grandpa died. Because she wants to invite Jen.
Yeah, I thought that was really weird that
Joey of
brought
all
up
people.
inviting Jen to the dance. Like, isn't she?
Yeah, you know why?
Because she's thinking about Jack.
Because she doesn't want to be alone with Dawson. And so she would rather have it a group dance.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, because she wants to go as a group. And Dawson just wants to go with just Joey. But she's like, no, let's make it a group thing. And then I won't have to spend that much time with you. Because she's thinking of Jack.
Yes.
And that kiss and how she wants more of it.
She needed to just be honest with Dawson. I don't know what's wrong with her.
I know. How long do you think it's been since the last episode? Like, as in, how long has it been since she hasn't told him?
Probably like a weekend to a week is what I'm assuming. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, because they don't say, like, ooh, the dance is next week or anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, once again, they don't tell each other what's
Actually,
happening.
Homecoming dance next weekend. I
No,
did
but-
right now.
No, but from, like, the last episode.
Oh, yeah. From how long it's been since then.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
is it a week, 2 weeks?
Yeah, how long exactly
month?
is she keeping this secret?
She's holding it in and doesn't want to be left alone with them.
And it's like, geez, you've known him your whole life. Why is it so hard to talk to him?
Because they're dating now. Well, that's what they keep saying of how they talked
Yeah.
about sex before, but now
Well, now we're
they're
a
a couple, so it's different. Like, oh my gosh. And also, if the kiss is bothering you that much, tell him.
Yes, honesty is the best way.
Well, would you rather hold it in and just, I mean, you don't even want to be around him because of it. So
Could you imagine the stress she's feeling, the anxiety she's feeling, just holding it in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well then, after they kiss, awkwardly. Because I think all their kisses are awkward. But when they kiss and he walks away, and then of course she's still standing there. And who walks in?
Jack.
Of
Yes.
course.
And what happens?
She turns right back around.
No, what happens to him?
Oh, he dropped something? Right.
Yeah, his stuff out of his book bag fell out.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for him because he's like the new kid and he really doesn't have any friends. And all of his stuff just fell. And, it's embarrassing.
Yes.
I was like, aw. And, then Joey, like his one only friend, just walks away. Like, Joey.
Like, help him.
Yeah, like I get you don't want the awkward moment, but
She has to face him at some point. They work together.
yes. And they're in at least one class together, remember?
Right.
So you have to see him every day. Just help him pick his stuff. Yes, I felt so bad because nobody was helping him. I was like, poor guy. And then he's got this fallout thing with Joey. Like, she's
Yes.
avoiding him, his only friend. I mean, all he's got is a sister.
And, like, why does Joey look so annoyed to see him?
I know. It's like, oh, because she likes him, I think.
Yeah, she's confused.
And then next we see Pacey and Andie walking outside, and he is asking her, where does she want him to pick her up? And they talk about the dance, of course.
And is that when they start talking about setting up Jack and Jen?
Yeah. But he does ask her how her mom is doing.
Aw, at least he's so sweet and caring.
He is so sweet. That's why I don't know why people hate him so much.
Because he is kind of,
No,
he's got a
okay.
douchey side. He does have a douchey side.
Oh my God.
But,
He may have in season 1.
well,
It's season 2 now, Jaycee.
can I remind you of Miss Jacobs?
You and Miss Jacobs, that was season 1.
In my eyes, Pacey will never live that down.
Yes, but he's not bringing it up unlike you.
Every time I see him, though, I think of it.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Cynthia?
About what?
I don't know anything. What she said or the scene.
Well, it was, for me, of course, with these references, when Pacey said that he doesn't dance, it reminded me of the song from High School Musical 2.
Oh, yes.
Well, that, like, I did think of it, but what really made me think of it was when he said, I don't dance. When they were at the dance in the gym, I was like, oh my God. Like, all I can hear is, like, Corbin going,
Yes.
I don't dance. I'm like, all right. I mean, even though we all know Corbin was the best dancer.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And they were dancing in the I Don't Dance song. Did that make any sense to you?
No, it's kind of contradictory to itself.
As we're playing baseball, I don't dance. Well, guess what? You
And
are.
dancing.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's when I thought of it, was when he really goes, I don't dance.
Yeah.
But in this scene with Andie,
Right.
he told her, he said, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
Right. Yeah, that was
Oh
nice.
my gosh, that's so sweet. Dang.
It's
wow.
very sweet. It's very sweet. But you're giving Pacey a lot of credit.
Oh my gosh. He held her at the last episode. When she told him, you are so mean. Okay, clearly
It was cute.
you don't like Pacey. Dawson would never have said that because he wouldn't even think to, because he's always in Dawson bubble. Pacey thinks of other people.
I like Pacey's personality, but
But but means forget everything I just said.
He wants to act like a little playboy. Like he's still. I feel like he's just like
What? Well, I gotta know.
I don't know how to explain it. Like he's a douche.
Like he acts like he likes Andie, but then Miss Jacobs comes back to town.
Yes,
and
yes.
Like,
so he can't really. He keeps going back and forth.
He's too wishy-washy.
What? We're moved on from that episode because at the end of the episode, he went back to Andie and was like, I don't know her. And he hasn't brought her up since. You guys are taking it too literal. You got to think of his actions now, not his actions before. Because, I'm going to really get on you about Dawson.
His actions now, though, I mean,
have
when
changed.
when we get towards the end of the episode, are a little iffy.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah, but it was funny that he was there when Andie and Dawson were planning to pair up Jen and Jack, and he's like, am I invisible, when they weren't even listening to him because he said it was a bad
they're just
idea.
going back and forth of, we should invite Jack and Jen. Am I invisible? Then he tilts his head. So cute.
Oh my gosh. Brittany's in love.
Well, I'm definitely not in love with Dawson. I think Jaycee's in love with Dawson.
I have love for Dawson.
Cynthia, which one's better right now? If you say Dawson, that's it.
Well, Dawson's not flirting with other girls.
Yeah, Dawson's
in Dawson's bubble. He can't see there's something going on between Jack and Joey.
Well, at least he's being faithful and not flirting with other girls.
Faithful.
For now.
Jen kissed him and he didn't say a word to Joey. That's faithful. Okay.
But then.
No,
since
see, you
then.
want to talk about how bad Pacey is. Jen kissed Dawson and flirted with him that whole time they were doing their project, and yet he didn't say a word to Joey. Really?
He probably didn't want to upset her because he had to work with Jen. He didn't have a choice.
Okay, but afterwards, you could have told her.
Yeah,
I mean, it went so far as a kiss. Really?
But Jack kissed
Okay.
Joey.
But
Joey liked it.
But you want to talk about the difference in
But
the
Joey
guys.
liked it.
No. You want to
I
talk.
don't think Dawson liked the kiss with Jen.
No, you want to talk. You're talking about the difference of the guys. And I'm just saying that you want to talk about Pacey's faults. Well, I'm talking about Dawson's.
Well, Pacey's
You
sweet.
just don't like it.
Pacey, at bottom line, we're talking about Pacey. And Pacey is sweet.
Bottom line, we're talking about both of them.
But
No.
Pacey does flirt with other women, and that's a fact.
Only because he doesn't know how to be in a relationship.
Because he goes after the old women.
Cynthia's just over there doing her nails. As we're fighting. Oh my god.
But anyway.
Oh yes, and out of that whole, Andie and Dawson inviting Jack and Jen, Pacey's like, yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. I mean, they don't even know each other.
Yeah. They don't seem very compatible to me.
And oh my gosh, isn't Pacey and Andie's banter so cute?
yeah.
It is. It is.
Thank you. At least there's chemistry in that couple.
Yeah, I'm like,
Your favorite couple?
I'm not going to say they're my favorite couple, but I do like them.
All right. Which couple do you like better?
No comment.
Oh my! You have no. You have to comment.
Right now, I do enjoy Pacey and Andie.
Cynthia?
Same.
No, you gotta say their names.
People can tell. But yeah, Pacey and Andie.
I just wanted to hear it.
Okay.
Because you're over there always defending Dawson, so I just really want to hear it.
It's music to your ears, isn't it?
It's the truth just singing to me. And then Dawson goes home and he walks inside the porch where Mitch and Gail tell him they are separating.
Yeah, and I did feel bad for him because he, starts pleading with them to try harder, do this, do that, but they're not
go
open.
to counseling.
Yeah, they're not open to suggestions.
Yeah, he's very upset, and I don't blame him. That's got to be a...
Yeah, he said, I conclude that your conclusion sucks.
Well, and when he first walks in and his parents say, have a seat, it's never good when your parents say, have a seat.
Right.
Like,
my stomach would have dropped.
Yeah, like, we need to talk to you. That's never a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
So it was doomed right from the start.
Yes.
And then, but doesn't Dawson, like, I don't know, get it in his little brain that that his parents are not on good terms? I mean, all they did was fight. He hears it every day.
Yeah, like, does he really want that to continue?
Like, remember the last episode? He brought them into the room and was like, what is going on? And what's this Thursdays? And all of this. Like, he knows what's going on. So why is it really a shocker to him? But, the switch side of that is...
He probably just doesn't want to believe it,
Well, I mean, so the question to you two is, do you think Mitch and Gail tried hard enough before separating?
I don't know. We didn't... Like, we heard that they went to therapy, but we didn't really see it.
I know. How good was their therapy session, though, if they just gave up on it?
There's also the point of, even if they did try, are they both giving it their all? Do they really want to be there? So, maybe they're not really trying as hard as they could be, but maybe they don't want to.
Well, because think about what we've seen is them show up with other people to make each other jealous. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't see that being very
that's
effective.
That's not working it out.
No.
And then that was just last episode, and now it's, oh, well, we're separating. I mean...
Yeah, I think they could have put more effort into fixing the marriage if they really wanted to.
Yeah, and a little less fighting and a little more understanding. I mean, and trying to work it out.
Yeah, and that's where counseling and therapy would have come in handy.
Yeah, and I wish we would have... See, that's the thing, is instead of all their arguing, I wish we would have seen the counseling session.
Right.
Because then I could really judge if they've tried.
Yes.
That's why I do like other shows, because they actually show you what's happening in the counseling session.
Yeah, this is just kind of like a side story we only get bits and pieces of.
But also, didn't they only go like once?
As far as we know.
And then they didn't like it?
Yeah.
And what? They didn't like the truth of like their marriage?
Probably. Truth hurts sometimes.
Well, and also you have to think too, this whole affair thing started episode 1. So
we're almost through season 2. So.
Well, my thing is like, were they really solid to begin with? Because we never saw them before.
We don't know how their relationship was originally.
Right. I mean, were they not spending time together? I mean, I know that's no reason to, cheat, but what was going on in their marriage to begin with that would make her cheat? Because you have to think, he was home. It's not like he was working and they weren't seeing each other.
Right.
But did they ever make it a point in their marriage at that point to see each other? Because we never saw it. Always heard episode 1 was, oh, now she is seeing someone.
Yes.
So I don't like that we didn't get to see what their marriage was, because they also don't tell us what the marriage was either.
Yeah, but
at least give us that.
In the hurricane episode, that's when Gail said why she did it, because she had everything she ever wanted, and she wanted to have that feeling of wanting something again.
Yeah, she did talk about that.
Yeah, but I just don't think they really gave it their all.
Mm-hmm.
And they should really rethink that. All right. And then next we see Jack and Andie walking as they're ready for the dance.
Yeah, and then Andie said that she just wants to have a night off from taking care of their mom. And Jack wants to stay home because he thinks that he'll stop Andie from having fun.
And then what does Andie say?
That he might meet the girl of his dreams tonight. And he said, maybe I already have.
Ooh.
Well, and then it's funny because when we first see them, Jack tells Andie, "Why didn't you just let Pacey pick us up at the house?" And then she's like, Jack. And then he responds with, "Did you strap Mom in for the evening?" And she says, "It's not funny."
I don't know why he didn't let them, or why she didn't let him pick them up there when he's already been there.
Yeah, he's already met their mom, and he already knows the story. So isn't it time to let him?
She doesn't need to be embarrassed anymore.
Well, and he didn't run.
Yeah.
No, he stayed and he learned and he understood.
Yeah, he didn't run, and he didn't tell anybody. So you can trust. Like, I feel like you can trust him. So why not let him in your life?
Right.
Like, she's not letting him all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
And even I think that's even kind of where Jack's coming from, is like, why didn't you just let him? I mean, he's already been there.
He wants to be there. Yeah.
And he wants to help in any way that he can. So let him. Yeah, I didn't like that.
And then Pacey ends up picking them up in his dad's cop car.
Yeah, what is up with that? Don't they have a family car?
They did in the
That one episode.
serial killer episode.
I guess he couldn't get the truck this time. He can only get the cop car.
He can steal what he steals.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Look at that. Your boyfriend's a thief.
well, your boyfriend's a dummy, so. I have a question, though. Like, we're all sisters. When Jack says, I think, when he basically says, I think I met the girl in my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Why, as a sister, did she not say, well, who is she?
Yeah, that's true. I would be curious.
Like, I don't care if Pacey's pulling up. I want to know who the girl is.
Yeah.
I'm a sister. I'm nosy.
And if I didn't ask then, I would ask later.
Like, you're a sister. We're nosy.
Yes.
I need to know these things.
Yeah, because not like he's talking about Jen because they haven't met yet.
Right. So, and, he doesn't really hang out with anyone. So, as a sister, I want to know. So, that was a big red flag for me as a sister. Like,
Yes.
if I'm writing that, she should be asking because she is his sister.
Yeah,
And
then,
also, are they twins?
yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, how are they? And well, are they in the
gotta
same
be.
grade?
But
They don't really say that either.
They
Wait,
don't, but
Wait, they have
Jack,
the same.
But Jack and Joey are in a class together.
Yeah, and I just remember they have. Oh no, he wasn't in that one.
They have
Yeah.
to be twins.
But they never say it. Isn't it weird that she says my brother Jack, but not like my twin brother?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
They
they're.
don't say it. She doesn't say my older brother. She doesn't say my my younger brother. She just says my brother Jack. Like, that's what she refers to him.
I feel like it's gotta be her twin because when they refer to Tim, they talk about their older brother.
Well, and the fact that she says, like, we used to fight for his attention, which is what little siblings do.
Right.
But I don't know. They just don't say it, and it's really weird. Like, if they're twins, at least some point say they're twins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I mean-
weird that it's not brought up at all.
This is already episode 6, and she hasn't said they're twins.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that.
I know what happens, but I'm just curious right now why they haven't said anything.
Is one adopted?
No, they graduate together, but I'm just saying.
Oh.
I just want to know why they haven't mentioned it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he skipped a grade, possibly. If he's the youngest, or vice versa, she could have skipped a grade.
Maybe they didn't know who they wanted to keep on the show, like as in the writers,
Oh.
because they write episode by episode, and they don't think of the next season. So maybe they were like, well, maybe somebody will go, and then when they just stay on, it's like, well, I guess we have to make them all kind of graduate together, and at that point, because who's going to be left behind in the
That's
group?
going to be interesting.
To think they're now a group, so who's going to be the one left behind? So now it's like you have to kind of put them all together. But I just don't know why they don't say it. It's gotta be
that's weird.
It's got to be that bad writing. All right. Then we go to Mitch packing his car to move out and says goodbye to Gail.
Yeah, and then she asks if they can still talk to each other, which was surprising. Like, they're just going to completely.
I know you
Be no
separate, but now you want to talk to each other.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they still have to co-parent with Dawson.
That's
Okay,
true.
but I think when she says, can we talk, I think she means as like husband and wife,
Right.
not mom and
And
dad.
it's like, why didn't you want to do any talking when you were together?
No, he's packing the car. You're asking now. Again, that means you didn't try hard enough if now you want to talk. You should have thought of that before you said you'd separate.
Yes.
And then, of course, he's like, of course we can talk. I'm like, what the? No. And then when he, drives off, she starts crying.
Yes.
That's so pathetic. Like, she cheated. So why are you crying?
But at least Dawson is a sweet son and checks on her and makes sure she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like that part when he's in the kitchen and he sees his mom crying. Because, again, she broke the family up.
But he's still going to have, sympathy for his mother because that's his mom.
No, I'd be mad at mine.
Well, Dawson has a bigger heart.
You're just trying, aren't you?
I'm reaching a bit.
It's the writing on the show. Okay. But my question is, why is he so hard on Mitch, yelling at him to work it out, but yet he's not saying the same thing to Gail? He's like, oh, my dad, basically like abandoned us and left. I mean, but Gail did it.
He needs to be giving Mitch a hard time.
He needs to.
Or not Mitch, Gail.
He needs to feel for
He needs
Mitch.
to give Gail a hard time, not Mitch, because
That's what I'm saying.
Gail
I'd
screwed it all up.
I'd be hard on my mom. I'd be like, why are you crying? You did this to the family. We should be this happy little family, and you messed it up.
It's true.
You would say. So.
I probably would.
Okay, so don't say that I don't have a heart.
Well, I mean, he understands that his mom is still going through a lot.
Oh, why? Because him and his mom are cheaters?
Yeah.
Gotcha. That one, didn't I?
I'm like, well, yeah, I guess he did kiss Jen.
Exactly, and didn't say anything. So you know what? Maybe he's feeling with his mom because he knows what it's like to cheat.
At least his mom told. Well, did his mom tell his dad or?
No.
How did she find out?
Yeah,
I forgot.
Cynthia, how did that happen?
How did Mitch find out about Gail?
Was it Dawson or Gail that told him?
Well, Dawson kind of started it because he got them in the room together. But yeah, I think she said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she did. Because that was when she was like, I haven't been staying late at work.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, see, she only said some because Dawson made her. Because Dawson's like, if you don't say something, I will.
Somebody should have did that to him. And
Why, you didn't like this outcome better?
yeah.
And then so in that scene with his mom in the kitchen, if you notice outside is pitch black, but when Pacey goes to pick up Andie and Jack, it's still light out.
Oh, yeah.
What time is this dance, and how come Dawson isn't at the dance?
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense.
Pacey picked them up 5 hours early?
Maybe.
It made no sense. I was like, wait a minute. When they were outside, it was still light out, and then in the window, it's dark. What the heck?
Yeah, this is the second time that's happened.
I'm sure they filmed it different days, but guess what? Look at when you filmed the last one. If it was
probably
light
one of those
out.
little details they just forgot about.
See, I need to work out. I should have been on that show, even when it
Yeah.
was 5.
You would have caught it.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I'm like, again, it drives me crazy. Look at what you're writing in the scenes because
It's got to go together.
the time has to be equal. All right. And then Andie, Pacey, and Jack walk into school, and Andie is lecturing Pacey that red means stop.
And then
I'm sure you two have something to say about this.
didn't he say something like it's just a suggestion to put the brake on?
I mean, did he look both ways?
He said, oh no, it was turning red. I agree with you, red means stop. But if light's turning red, it's like an invitation to hit the gas. What?
And then probably because since he's in the cop car, he thinks he can
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because other cops are probably going to stop if he's just
above
going.
the law at that point.
And also, he stole his dad's car. And his dad is the sheriff. So clearly his dad is just as clueless as the brother.
Right.
I guess.
And these are the people protecting the town?
His dad is sheriff of the
Oh,
town.
I feel bad for that town. Their crime is probably so high.
And then the dance must have been a couple hours at least, and his dad never knew the car was gone.
Where was
He
his
really
dad?
doesn't pay attention.
You're right. Anything could happen, and nothing.
Like, what if he has to go somewhere and he doesn't have his car?
What if there's an emergency
Yeah.
and oh my gosh, these cops in these town. Yeah, this town is doomed. You're right on that one. And then they walk up to Dawson and Joey, and then Andie says, Dawson, you remember my brother Jack? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, there you go, recipe for disaster.
Yep.
It's so awkward when Joey sees him there.
Yeah, and then you remember Joey? It's like, yeah.
Do I ever?
And then luckily Jen walks up, and then Andie's, my brother Jack. She just keeps referring to him as my brother Jack. Like, we get it.
No, at this point, that's your brother.
Yeah, that's why Jen was saying, like, hi, Jack, Andie's brother.
Well, and then she just
Yeah.
then she just goes, brother Jack, and it's like, then he's like, no, it's just Jack.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, but I don't know why they have to keep repeating it. Like, we get it. And I'm sure when she had told Jen and Jack, I'm sure, she had told Jen, my brother's coming.
Right.
So-
Like, they knew who each other was.
And Joey and Dawson both know, too. So why do you have to keep saying it? And again, she doesn't say twin.
Maybe she's just very proud.
Okay. If that's your theory. Oh, yeah. And then as everyone's walking away, Joey looks back at Jack. And then, of course, he's looking at her. What'd you think of that?
Oh, boy.
Think about it.
I kind of thought poor Dawson.
Well, if she's trying to not make it obvious and try to forget it, she's not doing a very good job.
No.
Like, why would you look back at him?
Because she wanted to see what she was missing.
Because didn't you guys say, like, she was in shock or something when she did that same thing when her and Dawson walked away at the ice house after the kiss? And you guys were like, oh, well, she's just in shock. Well, what is your excuse now? She's
No, I
doing
said
it here, too.
I said she looked back because she liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think she still does. I think
Yeah.
I think she's like, can we, like, kiss again?
I think
Like-
she feels bad because she likes him, but she is dating Dawson, and she's stuck and doesn't know what to do.
Well, and then think about it. She's supposed to be, best friends with Dawson. How's that going to work? How's this whole thing going to work?
Yeah, that I don't see it playing out too well.
That's why don't date your best friend, because sometimes it just doesn't work out. Look at this.
It'll ruin the whole relationship.
Because not only will you not be a couple, you won't have a friendship either.
Yeah, I've tried to do that before, and it doesn't work out so well. So
I mean, how can their friendship come back?
it's hard. It's something they'll have to work through if they want it, but it's not going to be easy.
No, because you're always going to have that part that you can't get back as friends.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be awkward because you've been more than friends, and now you're going back to, oh, we're just friends. If that other person goes to date somebody, they might start feeling some type of way. Or, there's always going to be feelings, and it's going to get messy.
Well, then, Joey said to her sister in the truck, she said, this is something I would have told friend Dawson about the kiss. But, things are complicated. And it's like, exactly. So if you break up, you think it's going to just get better?
No, it's not going to change.
Then I think this is only going to get worse. All right. And then in the gym, everyone is dancing. Dawson and Joey, Andie and Jack, and then Pacey sits down.
And Andie tries to get him to dance, but he's being a stubborn guy.
And then, is it weird that Andie is dancing with Jack? Her brother.
No, I mean, if they have that close relationship like that, I don't know. I dance with my dad. It's kind of similar.
It's your dad, though.
I danced with my brother at his wedding
I didn't.
for the dollar dance.
I didn't dance with mine. Does that make me a bad sister?
Horrible. No.
Oh, yeah, and then Abby walks up to Jen.
Yeah, says how she has the same dress as that, but in a smaller size.
Yeah, in a
Yes.
smaller.
Insults her side. I think Jen looks great.
Yes. And everyone's body types and sizes are different. Like, come on.
That was just so snarky and rude.
And, I get, the 90s, you had to be thin, but Jen's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Abby,
rude.
I think, is really just jealous.
And let's be honest, Jen, she's what most people look like. So, and Abby's just so mean. Ugh.
Yeah, I can't stand Abby.
Yeah, I don't like it. And Jen is just not even, she didn't even go up to her. She's just standing there trying to avoid Abby. See, she should have just walked away instead of giving her the time of day. And then, of course, while dancing, Joey bumps into Jack. And then we go to a slow dance. And then Andie grabs Jen to dance with Jack because I'm not going to dance with my brother. And then that's when Jen realizes that they were set up. I mean, she didn't know that when the couples were together.
Right.
It was just the two
It
of
was
them.
pretty obvious.
And you can see in the hallway, it's two couples and then those two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't get why isn't she supposed to be smart?
I thought so.
Remember, her and Dawson's kids are going to be like Ivy League.
Oh, heck no. No.
And then now they're getting set up. No, honey, they were set up. You were set up way before that. And then Andie goes to sit down with Pacey because that's when Pacey's like, no, I'm not dancing.
Yeah.
And then did you see Andie waving to Jack and Jen?
That was really weird. Why?
She looked like a mom waving to her kids like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. And that was so awkward.
Her relationship is a little strange with her brother, but
It's creepy.
almost like they're a couple.
I'm glad you said it. And then honestly, when Pacey and Andie were sitting there, they look like the chaperones, like the parents, because Andie's like, oh, they're just so cute together. And then
Yeah.
Pacey's like, yeah, they're cute, but it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just sitting there, and she's just all so happy, like a mother.
Like she did such a good job.
Oh, like, I'm so proud of my children. And then Pacey's just sitting there, yeah, like a real father. Yeah. I'm like, oh, there's the parents of the group.
And then Dawson starts telling Joey all about his parents while they're dancing.
Yeah, and then that's where he says that his dad left. He drove off and left his mom crying in the kitchen.
Yeah, he makes it sound like his dad just up and left the family and
Yeah, with no warning.
That isn't basically his dad cheated and drove off.
yeah, he's making his dad out to be the bad guy.
See, that's why Gail should have left, because then it would have been Mommy's leaving.
Yeah, Gail should have left. She's the one that
Cheated?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now Dawson, I feel so sorry for my mom. My dad is this evil guy. Dude.
I feel bad for Mitch.
Really, you were just saying it was okay that Dawson was...
No, it's good he's being empathetic towards his mother.
No.
I agree with that.
I don't.
But I feel bad for Mitch because he's the one that's getting the crap end of the deal.
Yeah, and he's been.
Yeah,
ever since
the whole time.
Yeah, ever since it came out. I just feel so bad because he would never do that.
No, he's a good guy.
Her, on the other hand.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of her.
No, and the whole crying, just stop it. Get over yourself. You did it.
Yeah, this wouldn't have happened if you weren't sleeping with your coworker.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, his dad didn't just drive off, to leave the family.
He left because Gail and him decided to separate, and
it was her
one of
fault.
them had to leave. Did he want his mom to leave?
Maybe. And then Joey says to Dawson that she's sorry. I'm like, oh my God. Whatever. And then, did you hear what Dawson said to Joey while they're dancing?
No.
Oh.
What?
He said, oh, well, now that my dad is out or whatever, the coffee table is available.
Oh, my God.
Ew.
Why is that the only thing on his mind?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. That was so gross.
The coffee table.
In the kitchen.
Dude, come on. The coffee table is not very romantic.
No.
And his parents were on it, so.
Yeah.
I know. That's a memory of your parents.
Yeah.
What kind of fantasy does he have? And then Dawson sees Jen and Jack dancing, and he thinks they like each other. Did you see him acting so proud? And then Joey's getting all mad.
Well, of course, she's jealous.
Wait, you set them up? Yeah, I'm the matchmaker. Like, why is she so concerned and mad?
Yeah, if I was Dawson, I'd be a little bit suspicious about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then now, oh, did you have
I
anything?
would just say because Joey said that Jack is nice and Jen is a barracuda.
Ooh, yeah.
Still hating on Jen.
But how nice is Jack kissing a girl with a boyfriend?
Right.
You are so on that, aren't you? Now it's a fast song, and Andie is trying to get Pacey to dance. I guess again. And then it's funny when she brings up holding out in some power move to keep controlling in this relationship, and he says, "What relationship?"
Oh, and he's also looking at Christy at that time too.
Yeah.
So his mind, really isn't on Andie.
I mean, they did just meet.
No, they didn't. He's already been to her house.
Well, then she says, "Fine, if you won't dance with me, I'll find someone else that will." Were you happy
As
with
she
that?
should.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Yes, but she didn't find somebody else.
Poor Andie. I really like Andie.
Well, then he responds with, "Don't hurt the guy."
Hmm.
And then Andie finds Jack and says it's time to switch partners. And Jen says she's going to go outside and get some air. Then Andie tells Dawson to dance with her because she's not going to spend the entire night dancing with her brother. So why did she pull Jen and Jack apart? They look like they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah, and she set them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sets them up. They look like they're having a good time. And then I want to dance. It's like, but then you don't. You end up dancing with Dawson.
Yeah. That doesn't make much sense.
Mm-hmm.
You should have let them dance and then you dance with Dawson. But I know it's all because Jack and Joey have to dance together.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was stupid. Like, you wanted these two. You were acting all obnoxious, like waving like a mother. And yet you're pulling
Then
them
she
apart.
rips them apart.
Yeah, and they were just enjoying themselves. And so, yes, and then, of course, they have to dance, as in Jack and Joey. Nothing for that one, Cynthia.
Well, yeah, it was kind of awkward. He apologizes for kissing Joey, and she walks away, mad, because he didn't, respect her relationship with Dawson and everything. And then, so she goes into the hallway, and he follows her.
Well, then the whole time they're going back and forth, Jack and Joey, they're not really dancing. Dawson is just watching
He's
like
watching
a
the whole
creepy
thing.
guy. Just watching the whole time. And I'm like, and then they're not even far apart. How can he not hear a word they're saying?
I would probably be looking too if my girl was dancing with another guy.
Okay.
I would.
He was just being all creepy, like, what's going on over there?
I would definitely be watching. I'd be like,
Then
better not put your hand in the wrong place.
Then he should have said no to Andie. But yes, then of course Joey runs out and Jack runs after her.
So
And then they
of course
argue.
Dawson's gonna follow.
Well, yeah, because he was like looking when she ran out. He's like, what's going on? Where are you going? And then of course Jack and Joey are in the hallway arguing about the kiss. Like, of all places to say it.
Like other people aren't gonna hear.
Yeah, do you believe Jack when he's like, I don't think it's just about the kiss. As in, like, I think you actually have feelings. Do you think she does?
Oh, absolutely. I think she does.
Me too. And then, of course, Jaycee, who is standing right behind Jack.
Dawson.
He hears it all.
Yep.
He's just standing so close. How is it, once again, that Joey did not see Dawson right
I know, he was
He's not
right
little.
Yeah.
there.
Like, the second Jack turned around, they could almost, bumped noses because that's how close he was.
I know.
Yeah.
You didn't see him walk up behind. I mean, she's looking right at Jack.
Yeah, that was pretty unrealistic. Her
Yeah.
not noticing him.
Dawson is not a little person.
Yeah.
She could see him right
And the hallway is
there.
empty. It's not like he could hide behind people or
That
something.
part.
Yep, there's nobody but the three of them. That was so... There's a red flag on that one, too.
Yep.
Not realistic. She would have been like, Jack, shut up. Like, Dawson's coming. That's what would have really happened in real life. You would have told him to shut up. Well, if Dawson's walking, if your
I'm like,
boyfriend,
shh.
if your boyfriend is walking up, you'd be like, my boyfriend's coming,
like,
shut up.
Stop. Quiet.
Yeah. But then,
Something.
but here you guys go. I'll say it. Poor Dawson.
Yeah.
But it's only sympathy.
Ah.
It's not like I really feel bad for him. He did kiss Jen, so I don't really feel bad.
Yeah.
It's only in that moment.
But he didn't like her back.
Okay, but he really doesn't know the truth of Joey either. Like,
Yeah,
her
not
real
yet.
feelings. And plus, he's stupid. Like, I think all he probably heard was they kissed.
Mm-hmm.
And then next we see Abby dancing with Brett, which is Christy's boyfriend.
How does she do this? It's not like she's nice. It's not like she can win them over with her charming personality because it's not there. But
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I would think that Brett guy would dance with Jen, like out of anyone. But Abby, how did she weasel her way into that relationship?
That's what snakes do.
Yeah, she just probably flirted with him and said the right words.
I don't know. I don't get it. Cause like Christy isn't ugly, so that guy's stupid.
Abby is not as cute as Christy.
No. And then as Jen is telling Andie she is going to leave, Jack walks up and says he's going to take off. And of course, Andie's not thrilled about them leaving.
Right.
And then Dawson asks Jack what happened. He tells Dawson he would do it again. And what does Dawson do?
Punches him right in the face.
Look how excited you got.
Okay, I liked that scene. I was like, go Dawson, get him. He's looking out for her. He's protecting this girl. Well, not protecting her, but you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, clearly you like that. Did you like the punch?
Yeah.
You know, I'm with Abby when she says I didn't know he could punch.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to punch like that, but, good for him.
Yeah, he you know damn well. I'm just gonna say it. He cannot punch like that.
Well, Abby said that, nice punch, champ.
Oh, and of course, because Andie was setting Jack and Jen up. Of course, she would say to Jack, you should take her home. Like, here you go with the setup again.
Yeah.
She's back to her little matchmaking. And then when after the punch, Jen's like, Dawson, what are you doing? It's like clearly she didn't hear anything of the kiss.
She missed the whole conversation
of why it happened. But yeah, Abby, I never knew he had so much testosterone. Oh my gosh.
And then Dawson only punched Jack because he said that he would do it again. So
That's true.
it's Joey.
Because that was pretty disrespectful of Jack to reply like that.
But Joey, she would do it again too.
She would, but Jack did not have to say it like that. He didn't have to be so cocky and be like, well, you know what? I'll do it again.
Whatever.
Just saying, if he didn't want to get punched, he shouldn't have replied like that.
Well, I don't think he knew Dawson, of all guys, would punch him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a little weakling. Like,
Yeah, he probably didn't think that would happen. But
no.
if you're going to mess around with somebody's girl, you should expect to get punched at some point.
Yeah, but I think he probably thought he might get a little slap. Like, Dawson would just little slap him, like, like a little girl. Not an actual punch. Not a guy punch. Like,
Well,
there's a difference.
he's got to man up at some point.
See, it's the writing. They were like, we got to make him all of a sudden more of a guy. Got to make your guy more of a guy.
Well, they did a good job of that.
It's still not believable. That he could actually knock him onto the floor. I don't think so, because Jack was on the floor.
If he was angry enough, he probably got enough power behind it.
Yeah, no. And then next we see Pacey come out of the bathroom, and he sees Christy in the hall all alone.
So why is Christy talking to Pacey now? She didn't want nothing to do with them before.
Because she says that her boyfriend is dancing with, what was it? Some girl with like a short skirt or something.
Abby?
Yeah.
Was it Abby?
Yeah.
Yes. And then what does Pacey tell her?
He says, I know about 800 guys who would line up to replace Brett if he exited the picture. And she's like, well, are you one of them, Pacey? Why is she so interested now, though? I don't get it.
I don't remember. Did she forget he has that heart stripe?
Yeah, the heart stripe. Oh, my gosh.
Like, remember, he's sick. Why would you want to date him? Oh, my God. Did she forget that?
I guess.
She's just ditzy.
She really is, because wouldn't you remember that?
You would think. I mean, that's something pretty serious if it was real.
Yeah.
And isn't this a small town? 800 guys.
They probably don't even know 800 people.
And then he said about, oh, if we could like rally up the other schools, we could get some more. And I'm like, but 800? Like, that's a small town. Hey, I don't even think there's 800 people in the town.
No.
Let alone 800 guys. And guys your age. I mean, are you just saying, are you saying men too? Like old people?
Yeah. Pacey would say that.
I just thought it was weird. 800. Couldn't you come up with a different number?
800 guys. 800 guys waiting to line up.
Couldn't you just say like 100 and not make it so
exaggerated?
Like you're in California and you've got 800 guys? Yeah, that didn't make any sense. And then, of course, she asks Pacey to dance.
Bad move, Pacey. Bad move. Don't do it.
Yeah, but, it's his crush.
Yeah, but he's got a good girl that's, like, head over heels for him.
But it's his crush.
But I don't care. That's wrong, Pacey. Wrong.
Well, I actually thought you were going to give me a hard time about him dancing with a different girl when he went with Andie as his date, and I was going to give you I was going to actually give you a response.
Oh.
I was going to say, I can't judge that because of what happens in season 3.
Oh.
Remember?
No.
He goes with somebody, then he dances with somebody
Yo.
else. So I can't judge him for these actions because I like season 3 and what happens.
But it is messed up because Andie's been trying all night long to dance with them.
Yeah, I know. Didn't like it, but I'm just saying I can't truly judge because of what happens.
That's true.
Because then it would be really bad of me to say I hate this, but I love what happens in season 3.
Right.
I can't say that.
Don't give no spoilers.
I'm telling you.
I know.
She doesn't
I can
know
still
who
hear.
his date is and stuff. You don't think you remember.
I probably don't. I think I know,
Well,
but
see, I didn't even see who the date is. All I said was he does the same thing in season 3. And I can't judge it. And then next we see Mitch in the motel room, and he calls Gail at home. And then she tells Mitch she doesn't know if she can do this. And he tells her she has to.
yeah, I mean, what else is she gonna do?
But also, why is he... Like, once again, you guys said you're separated, and it's, in the same night, and you're already calling her?
I don't think the separation will last long.
Well, wouldn't you let the person who cheated on you call you first?
Yeah.
Because then you would know that they miss you?
But Mitch is just such a sweet, caring guy.
I know, but wouldn't you be like, I want you to call me because then that means you care.
Yeah.
And that you miss me. Otherwise, it sounds desperate that he's missing her.
Yeah, you're right about that. But, he really does care. I can't blame him. I would probably do it too. I ain't gonna lie. If I really love the person and I missed him, you know what? I'm gonna pick up that phone and I'm gonna call him.
Oh my gosh, of course you would. I would not make her call.
Stubborn.
Yeah, it's hard to get. Cynthia, what would you do?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, what do you think Mitch should have done?
I don't know. At least wait a day.
Yeah.
See?
That would have been good.
It was, an hour later and he calls?
Yeah.
He just got to the hotel, motel, and now I'm going to call her.
No, I got that song in my head. Hotel, motel, holiday.
Oh, dear. And then Mitch says, no matter how big our house is, right now, it's far too small for the two of us.
They got a big house.
Well,
But I get it.
Well, that's what she was trying to say was, we have a really big house. It's like really empty.
Yeah.
See, maybe they should have had some more kids. And then,
Yeah, they only had Dawson.
and then in the school hallway, Andie asks Jen and Jack if they're going to get home okay. Jack says, yeah. Andie tells them they better get out of here before he wants a rematch. As they walk away, Andie sees Pacey dancing with Christy. I know you've got something to say.
I really felt for Andie. I did.
Me too.
That was a little heartbreaking for her and for like to watch her go through. I know it crushed her.
Mm-hmm.
I was mad at Pacey because he was doing so good.
Yeah, because he kept saying he doesn't dance, and then here he is dancing with Christy.
That's just a big slap in the face.
Jack, before they leave, Jack says, he turns to Andie and says, I'm sorry. Why is he telling Andie I'm sorry? Like, sorry for what?
Because he caused a scene.
Who cares? He's in high school too.
But he knows the dance was a big deal to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird.
Yeah, but he loves his sister and he feels
In a weird
bad.
way, it seems like.
I don't know. I don't get that feeling.
Yeah, me either.
You're the one that said it was kind of creepy.
No, I didn't.
Well, it kind of is. I mean, they're kind of too close.
Well, if they're twins, then that makes more sense.
Yeah, but they didn't say it, so I only brought it up.
I feel like it's implied, even though they don't say it.
Though,
But it is weird they don't say it.
But Pacey does see Andie, and he stops dancing with Christy. Just so you guys know, he's not that bad because he's.
He should have never done it to begin with.
Yeah.
If you saw your crush, you would probably do the same thing.
Why is Andie not his crush? Andie is focusing on him.
Because Christy's been his like dream crush. And if your
Christy
dream
didn't even notice him till tonight.
Okay, but if your dream crush it wants to dance with you, you will dance. Jaycee, I know you.
Oh.
You would pull a Pacey.
Oh, God, I might. Oh.
See?
I'm thinking about it.
Just think of somebody you'd want to dance with, and if you got asked to go with somebody else, you'd be like, "Oh, this is a once in a lifetime chance to dance with you. I will dance with you."
But what if I really like the person I went with? Oh, man, that's
No,
a tough one.
Okay, then. You get my point?
But I still feel really bad for Andie.
And I think Pacey does too.
But not bad enough that he didn't dance with Christy.
But he did stop. He didn't keep going.
No, because Andie was visibly upset.
But a jerk would have.
So he's only a half a jerk.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it.
Yes.
Whatever. And then Dawson storms out of the school. Joey, sitting on the steps, goes after him. They argue about the kiss. Because, of course,
with the whole school watching.
Well, why did Joey run into the bathroom? And remember when Dawson was standing there? It's like you're going to have to talk to him eventually.
You can't just run away from your problems.
And, the hallway was better. There was nobody there.
Did they notice the whole school was watching them, or they were just in their own world?
Yeah, they were just in their own world.
But when they are arguing, like, Joey kind of, like, looks around. Like, there's
and then
people
realizes,
around.
Oh, gosh, how embarrassing.
And I agree with Dawson. Why does Joey want to talk now? She didn't want to talk before.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Joey says, he kissed her. I mean, she likes him, though. Stop blaming it.
And she didn't pull away.
Right. It took a little while before she pulled away.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a quick little second. It was.
And if it was the way she's
describing,
describing it, she should have told Dawson right away. But that's not what happened.
Yeah, she should have been like, "Oh my gosh, this guy kissed me, and I do not like him." Like,
right.
Instead, she waits and it lingers, and then again, he finds out from those two talking. She didn't even tell him.
That's a really crappy way to find out.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't agree with her that Jack kissed her because she liked it. And then Dawson says, "You cheat on me and I'm the bad guy." Did he?
Come on, Dawson. Yeah.
Did he forget Jen in the kiss? And he didn't tell Joey?
But look at his mom and dad too. He's saying, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
And then she tells him it's not about the kiss, it's about her. And then it was just awkward, though. Everyone was watching.
Yeah, so much for never broadcasting their fights in surround sound.
Yeah, why?
Oh, yeah.
Why did they have to fight right there? Like, couldn't you just go to Dawson's house?
Well, then the whole school wouldn't have seen.
It was just weird. And then Jack walks Jen to her front door, and they talk about Jack liking Joey.
Yeah, because she says a guy that would take a punch like that for a girl he wouldn't do that if he didn't like her. So
Is it weird that he had to take her home and she lives next to Dawson? And Dawson's the one that punched him? Like, how do you know Dawson wasn't going home after the dance, too, when he was going home and they were going to meet up?
There could have been more problems.
Yeah, that's where the rematch could have happened. Because you really think Dawson was going to stay after the punch? No. So why would she tell Jack to take her home? To take Jen home?
She probably didn't think about that.
mm-hmm.
Maybe she should have.
I didn't think about it.
I did. I was like, wait a minute. Dawson's right next door, though.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Send her brother up to get beat up.
I guess at that point, nobody will watch.
Yeah.
There's no proof, I guess. Yeah, that was a little weird.
And then Jen said to thanked him for pretending that he didn't want to be with somebody else.
Yeah, and that she had a good time, and it was thanks to him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cute. And I'm sure Jen's like, why are all these guys liking Joey? That's probably in her head.
Yeah.
Because she right now can't get anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then as Jack leaves,
Yeah.
Mitch pulls up and watches Gail inside.
Yeah.
And then
a
he
little
drives
creepy.
and he drives away.
I think he actually meant to just go inside and talk to her, but he changed his mind and just left.
It was really,
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
but it was like stalkerish.
Yeah.
And I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Where in the heck is their driveway?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because when he left, I had to go back and then like rewatch that part. When he left, it was on like the side of their house.
Yep.
It's like they just drive in their yard.
And now it looks like the front, but it also looks like the back where we always see their house.
Mm-hmm.
Like their house it doesn't change from the front to the back.
It looks the same on both.
Like, those windows and stuff, it looks the same on the other side
Yeah.
where the lake is.
That's weird.
So it's weird how they didn't show the lake, but they showed that part of the house.
Yeah.
And that part of the house is on the lake side. And it's weird how when he pulls up, there's an actual driveway.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know there was a driveway because he parks on the side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't the Jen's grandma's house right next door?
Yeah.
I just thought that whole driveway, it's kind of like the Boy Meets World house. Which side is the backyard, right, Cynthia?
Well, they get Jen's house placement a little weird too, because it's like next to them, but then across the street from them. Because like isn't
Well, and then
Wasn't-
those steps that Jen was walking to, and it's weird because that's the backyard
Yeah.
by the lake. But then
Yeah.
when Jack leaves, it's in the driveway. Did he go around the house? But it didn't look like he went around the house.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, because remember when Abby was looking at Jen with the binoculars
Yeah.
through his window?
Yeah, it's like from
Wasn't that
across.
from the front of the house?
No, it was from
Or
her
the side?
bedroom.
Yeah, like the side, I thought. Maybe, I don't know.
Wasn't it from the window Joey crawls in?
Yeah.
Oh, so the window she crawls in faces the lake. Because the ladder is on the
It
side.
does.
The ladder's
Yeah.
on the side that you crawl up, and then they go. Then they turn left off the ladder and go straight into his bedroom.
So
When
really,
it's
whoever was directing it
See, I should have been the director.
was in
It's
the wrong
not.
direction.
It's not It's his bedroom is facing the water. Because the
Yeah.
ladder.
So you wouldn't look out his bedroom window and see Jen's house.
Right, not that window. And it's weird because in his bedroom, there's not another window facing where she should have been looking.
Oh, you really notice them details.
Because it was driving me crazy.
Yeah.
This is what shows miss. And
Yes.
I cannot stand it. But no, it's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Did they really think nobody would pick that out?
Obviously, they didn't pick it up.
Let's just write the show as different timing of the dance and
Yeah.
different timing of where this driveway is at, and because it's weird because when Gail gets let's go back. When Gail gets dropped off by her coworker,
Yeah.
doesn't she get dropped off in the backyard? Because
Yeah.
they walk by the lake or something. Where is this driveway?
They keep changing the locations.
Because when Mitch pulls in, there's an actual road. Remember? Because it comes into the driveway.
Yeah.
So, where is this at?
That's a good question.
If someone knows, please let us know because It's going to drive me crazy. Yeah, I can't not think about it now. Now every
That's
scene
weird.
I see.
I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah, please, and then please, if you do find out, let me know.
I will.
All right. And then Pacey finds Andie. Andie said, "You said you didn't dance." He responds with, "You can hardly call that dancing." I mean, I do agree with him.
Yeah.
They were just sort of just holding each other.
That's dancing.
And then he told her he was having a wonderful time with her tonight. He got swept up in that moment with Christy. He asks her why she likes him, and then they end up dancing and they kiss.
Yeah, that was nice.
I can tell you.
I thought it was sweet that he did dance with her after the fact.
By the way, they're kissing, so not awkward.
That's just because you like Pacey.
No, they have chemistry.
They do.
If they didn't have chemistry, I wouldn't say it. You are just so hard.
I gotta give you a hard time. That's my job.
I don't think so. Cynthia, what'd you think of the scene?
Yeah, I liked how when Pacey said that Christy is a fantasy and you can't tell me you haven't wanted to act out a fantasy, and he said, yeah, I was trying to act out a fantasy all night, meaning with him.
Yeah.
Well, and then Andie tells Pacey why she likes him, and she tells him he's funny, kind, doesn't judge people, he makes her feel good about herself, he's smart, sharp, witty, and brilliant, and
She's
of course,
got quite the list.
and of course, it goes right to his head. Witty, sharp, and brilliant.
Giving him a bigger head than he's already got.
I'm like, oh, you just lost him. And then she also says that it's more than he deserves to hear right now. And I agree. She shouldn't have said all that to him.
Yeah.
She should have just said, I like you, but not right now. And I'll tell you some other day. But of course, it makes them dance.
I really liked it.
Because he finally asks her to dance. And he does say he was with the wrong person.
Oh, yes.
And that he wants to spend that moment with
He
her.
does redeem himself in the end.
Thank you. So Dawson finds Joey in his bedroom.
And not his closet, surprisingly.
I know, right? Dawson asks, what's going on between us?
She says, because he says since they got together, she's been pulling away from him. He thought he is what she wanted. She says, you are going to be what I want.
About that, when he says, I thought I was what you wanted or whatever, what does Dawson want, though? I mean, nobody's really asking Dawson what he wants. It was just weird.
With the relationship or in general?
I mean, in general, it was all about what Joey wants. Does Joey want Dawson? And now that she's all confused, and he says, I thought I was what you wanted, and I thought this, or no, he said, I thought this is what you wanted. And it's like, but what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, he wants his film career. But she does tell him that, she got her dream. Her dream was to be with him, and she already has it, and now she doesn't have anything else to dream for.
Yeah, she doesn't know who she is, so she has to figure it out alone.
Yep.
And when she brings up how Dawson knows what he's going to be and that she doesn't, there are a lot of people that don't know what they want to be or do. And they're only sophomores.
Mm-hmm.
She has time to figure it out. Think about it. There are college kids that don't even know.
Shoot, I still don't even know.
But I was just like, Joey, you have time. You don't have to break up with Dawson just to find what you want to do.
I think that's just an excuse for her.
Yeah, to go be with Jack.
Yes.
So she can run to Jack. I'm free from Dawson. You don't think so?
No, I agree with that. I think it's true.
Well, that's a stupid way to break up with someone is I need to find like what I want to do. Like,
but
you're a sophomore.
It would be more hurtful if she's like, well, I don't got feelings for you no more because of Jack.
But it's the truth. It's like Jen. She said she didn't want to be with other guys, but yet she goes and dates Cliff. Like,
yeah,
it's wrong because they're not telling him the truth. As in, we don't like you. You're boring.
I think Joey's just afraid to tell him the truth because she doesn't want to hurt him.
Okay.
In that kind of way because that is her friend.
But what's gonna happen when she's with Jack, and then Dawson sees it and is like, wait a minute.
Oh, it'll be even more hurtful.
Okay, so you should have just told him the truth. Isn't that what their whole relationship is supposed to be? We're supposed to, like, tell the truth.
Yeah, but realistically, you know, that doesn't happen.
No, not for them at least.
No.
And then, of course, as she's leaving, he finally says, I love you.
And she says she loves him back.
Yeah.
But
And then leaves.
yeah, I took that as she implied they were breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a question about this.
What?
Do you think he said I love you just so she wouldn't leave?
Yeah, I thought that. At least for a second, he tried to, like, convince her to stay.
Yeah, like if
I could see that
like,
for
like,
sure.
Like, maybe I love you is what you want to hear, so I'll say it just so you'll come back to me.
Yes.
Mhm.
Very controlling. Cynthia?
Yeah, that was a moment, yeah.
No, because I called him controlling, and she doesn't like it. And then it ends with her running away. Dawson watches her, and then he kicks the ladder down.
Yeah, which I thought said a lot, too.
Yeah, like, don't come back here.
Yep, like it's over.
Yep.
All right, you guys, what is your high and low?
My high was just seeing how excited Andie was for the dance. I don't know, it made me happy that she was so happy about it.
Yeah, me too.
My worst part was the way Joey kind of left things with Dawson, like breaking up with him without actually saying she was breaking up with him. I just thought it was kind of crappy.
Yeah. And then, yeah, my high was the same about Andie being excited about the dance, and then the low would be also her seeing Pacey dance with Christy after everything.
Yes, that was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, that was my low.
Really? Okay.
Was having to watch Andie, who likes Pacey, dance with Christy.
Because you felt for her in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the high, there really was no.
What?
What?
Not like Pacey dancing with Andie at the end or anything.
Oh, yes. How did I, like, totally forget? I'm not even, like, paying attention.
I'm like, I know you like that part.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Oh, my God. That's how bad I am. Yes, the high was definitely the dancing with Andie. And, of course, the kissing.
Yes.
And then one other moment, too, is when Dawson punched Jack.
Yes.
No.
Go, Dawson, go.
No, because I actually thought that's what you were trying to get me to say. And I was like, what? No, and I actually think it should have ended with Andie and Pacey dancing.
Yeah, that would have been a good note to end on.
See? I should have been there.
Yep. Brittany should have been directing it, but I think you were too young at the time.
You know, when you're only 5. But yes, I should have been there because, you know, there would have been a lot. It would have been a different show.
Oh, yeah.
And rating?
Think about it. That would have been a good ending.
Yeah. Rating?
A 6.
I gave this episode a 5 because it wasn't that interesting to me.
Yeah, like a 6.5 for me.
Yeah.
You always like those 0.5s.
Sometimes you need to add just that little extra.
She had to get one ahead of me. 6.5. And then what is your best and worst, Cynthia? This ought to be really good.
Best was Andie, because again, she was, she's the one that had everyone go to the dance, get them out of the house and do something different than watch movies. And then the worst was Joey, for how she didn't handle everything with Jack. So
I like that. For me, my best was also Andie. I just thought she was really fun to watch in this episode. My worst was Jack because of his cockiness with Dawson when he's like, yeah, and I would do it again. Like, I just thought that was kind of bold and disrespectful on his part.
look at her.
Brittany's cracking up right now. She's like, did she really just say that?
Well, first, yeah, but I thought you were going to say Pacey.
No.
I actually almost put him there.
What? No. You almost... Whoa. Can you believe that?
No.
Well, I did.
He was a close second.
I had to really think hard. I was like about to write his name, and I said, no, rethink the episode.
You're like, wait a minute.
like,
How did he redeem himself? Okay, he
yes,
did.
exactly. He would have been if the ending didn't happen. So yes, he did. He wasn't the worst. So my worst was Joey, but it was honestly though kind of hard a little because I was going back and forth between Pacey and Joey.
Yeah.
Because Dawson did the same thing though.
Yes.
So it's kind of like, how can I judge Joey if Dawson did it?
Exactly.
Like, how can
get
she be
that.
the worst? But also, her not telling Dawson outweighs what Pacey did.
Right.
Because Pacey also in the end did dance with her and said nice things. So it's kind of like, which one was worse?
Pacey ended up making up for it.
Yes, and it was adorable. So, I had to go with Joey as the worst.
I like that. I can agree with that reasoning.
And then I thought the best was Andie.
So I think we all picked Andie, didn't we?
Yeah, I loved that she was getting the gang out there and wanting them to do something fun.
Rather than sit at home watching a movie.
See, she's one that knows about fun.
Yes.
Unlike the three of them. They just apparently want to go on dates to the movies.
Well, Andie likes to try different things, and I appreciate that.
Well, see, she's now with Pacey, so their relationship will get better.
I am excited to see them grow.
Unlike Dawson and Joey, like, where do they go from here?
I guess we'll find out.
Yep.
All right, yeah, what's the next episode?
Episode 7, The All-Nighter.
Ooh, the all-nighter, okay. All right, you guys, thanks for listening.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Duo Chat. If you want to chime in with your opinion about this episode and the show we discussed, you can email us at duochatpodcast@gmail.com. And to keep up with updates about the podcast, you can follow us at Twitter at Duo Chat Podcast and give us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. We would really appreciate it.